One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Aggies will get this season underway as toe meets leather. Fielded in the end zone, it's Martin. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Just gets rid of the football. To throw it to, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
414 satellite.
They'll move the wide receiver. Running back searching for a hole. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is good.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
What a weapon this guy is, right? The tight end position. Not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Setting up the screen. Break. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Shotgun, they go to the ground. Finds Zach Brees, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Fighting off the defender. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Throws to the back. Caught close to the marker. It's Owens. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Not much there on the line. He gets 1 to the 31. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, and they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
And That is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Martin. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Going right to work up top. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Quarterback making adjustments. Off play action. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
He'll pull it on the read. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On the run, it's Owens. Turning it on. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Quick completion to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. To the air, it's Reed. Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback gets the 1st down and more. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. On these option plays, you just have to take what the defense gives you. And if that means handing off the dive, or if that means pitching it, you got to do that. It can't always be about you. And I think the quarterback that time was really hoping it was going to be his number called, but there was nothing there. He tried to do too much. It's a huge negative play, and it sets this offense going in the wrong direction.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete to the left. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Turner. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. It's 4th and 15, but the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And that's the money down, man. 4th down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the 1st half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Hit as he throws. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They go to the ground. Got room to work. There he goes. He's up to 86 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Reed. Grabbed in the middle, it's Craver. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Bussey. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Texas A&M going quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Bussey. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Find some fresh air. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll... Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Owens. Turns it on in midfield. Breaks away in the middle. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And, man,
And the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. That's caught. It's Bussey. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Working that left side now. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. Give him 6. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah.
Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. The 40.
That's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Complete in the middle. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking for room. It's Owens. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And how about the coverage on the back end by this defense, man? Great job. Nobody's open. He's looking for somebody to make a play. We've seen him already take off, make plays with his feet, but he tries to do it with his arm, and the defense gets home.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Oregon State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Going for the big play, and that is interception number 3 on the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the back
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Aggies. And the stomping has commenced.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the right. He's loose on the left. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give is to Smith. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I know we're in the third quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Finds his big tight end. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the third quarter and get it back with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. The give to the back. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. A little release to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Touchdown, Aggie. And the pummeling has started.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Using his legs to buy some time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Ivy. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And I love this defense understanding